How's it going, everybody? Hey, Rancher. How's it going, Clyde? Russell, good to see you. Dominic. Hey, Dominic. I'm still working on it. I can't get, I've got that first hairspring put back in and it's working. And I don't know, there's maybe something wrong with the second hairspring. I wouldn't be surprised after I've been banging around with it, but I'm getting pretty good at getting close. I'll put it that way. I'll have it and we'll have resonance. We'll have a $50 resonance watch, a resonance movement. Make a clock out of it or something. Hey, Alexander, I just sent you a note. So let me know what you think. I think it's that's a big, nice, solid watch. Hi, Niner. Niner. Would that be a San Franciscan? Oh boy. Okay. Well, we go from, I don't know. We've been having really good rain all summer long, and we have hot weather. Busted my old glasses. I got to get a new pair. These are my backup glasses that I use. So lots of stuff going on, and I'm still working on the trying to get a resonance watch with two cheap movements. We'll see. Okie doke. Hey, Chili Badger. I'm glad you did. Hi, Least Time and Joas. Tuna, good to see you, Tuna. Brian, Watch Monkey, good morning. Canadian Watch Monkey. I don't want to confuse that with a Mongolian Watch Monkey. He's another guy. He's on another channel. Hey, Truman. Yeah, I know the price. Jeez. The price, if it weren't for the price, we'd all have too many. I think that's what it is that it's the economy's way of making sure that we don't have too many watches on the prices. Hi, Chan. Good to see you. Quick wristwatch check. Sure. This is my Van Cleef & Arpels RDC et Ur d'Ayer. Now, what I wanted to talk about today, I thought it'd be sort of fun, is that what one watch would you never sell or trade, or you'd keep on, you'd hang on to forever? Well, in my case, this is one I have. Probably at some point in time, I'm going to sell my whole collection and give all the money to the kids. But I probably wouldn't sell this one. This one's very special for a lot of reasons. But anyway, I just thought, well, what about you guys? Do you have any watch you say, I don't care what when they plant me, I'm taking this one with me. I don't know if I'll take this one with me when when that happens. Hey, William, good to see you. Least time. Just want to wish USA all the best in the final third place today. We play the real final tomorrow. Basketball? Huh. It's something I've missed. Hi, Tuna. Oh, thanks, Tuna. Yes, but why not? Oh, why wouldn't I want to sell it? A friend got this for me, and it also has I've done a lot of work with the Vita Rex for the Rique, and the movement is by Jean-Marc Vitarec. There are a bunch of reasons that basically that's the why behind it. How about you, Clyde? Granddaughter came into the world yesterday. Hey, congratulations, Grandpa. Is it your first granddaughter? We had our first one start college. He just started the other day. Hey, Jonathan. Javi, good morning. Oh, there's a World Cup in basketball. I didn't know that. I We'll see how they're doing. I haven't. Suppose I should follow it, but that's one thing. I don't know. March Madness, and that's always fun for basketball. Right now, I'm a big football fan, and I want to see which ones. I've got a lot of teams. I got a history with football teams, NFL teams. So for a long time in New England, the Patriots and the New Englanders were just having the grandest time for about 15 years or however long Brady was with, and now God knows what. But the game they had, I don't know. There's certain teams I like, and I have no idea why. One of them is the Cleveland Browns. I don't think I've ever even been to Cleveland, and I like the Detroit Lions. And they beat the Super Bowl champs over the on Thursday night. I think that all that's going to do is, is make them mad. They're going to stomp everybody else. We'll see what happens. I have a Movado museum watch that my watch bought that your watch bought for you. Is it maybe it means your wife bought for you? What do you say, Brian? Hey, Junior. Yeah, things like that. I think I've got watches my long suffering wife didn't catch me buying. Let's see what else you guys have. Um, you have to change it from rancher to the old rancher, the grand rancher. How's that? Hey, Tim. Poor internet connection. Had to rewind and 1.5 fast play to catch up. The FIBA World Cup right now. Okay, I'll check it out, Lisa Time. Yeah, Pat's number one. Uh, Maybe the past tense. I hope. I I for years when I really started following professional football, NFL, it was Chargers. And being a Charger fan is not easy because I was also a Padres, two San Diego teams, and never easy. However, Padres were in two World Series, and I was able to go to one game in each, one with the Tigers and one with the Yankees. The Yankees and the Tigers that year were the best teams. I mean, they're on the best teams that they ever had. And of course, the Padres lost. And the Chargers were in one Super Bowl and lost. In fact, the San Diego Chargers were the first team to get the 2 point after scoring, and it was in the Super Bowl when they just changed that rule and they got it. They were the first teams to do that, and then they lost, of course. Okay, enough of that. Okay, let's see what's going on here. The one watch I will never sell is my Zenith El Primero Rainbow Diver. Why? It's good as, if not better than, the Rolex Daytona's amazing history in getting. Okay, you like it a lot. That's a good reason. At the U.S. Open, that's where our son and grandson were. They live in Queens, and they went to the Open. That was exciting. Alonga won. I don't blame you, Joas. Alonga won. Those are nice watches. Hey, Goldfinger. I don't plan on selling any of my watches. That could change depending on being able to keep food in the fridge. Now, what's more important, a watch or food in the fridge? Now, you think about that, and then come back and tell me. I don't, I don't know. I got right now. I'm sort of, what I do every now and then, and this is really stupid. I've unfortunately, I've gotten some really good buys doing this, and that is throwing in a low ball on one I don't think there's a chance of getting and then getting it. So that's a dangerous habit. Watches I would never sell. Granddad passed on to me and dad's. Yeah, I think the ones in the family I think are important. None of my kids seem to care one whit about mechanical watches. All right. Got, and my wife has some nice ones and she likes them, but she's like the one she wears all the time is her smartwatch. So yeah. Hey Jimmy John. I don't have a lot of watches, but I would never sell my Gianal silent service. That sounds that's a submarine watch. Is that right? Sounds like a diver or something. Tuna, my father's 18th birthday watch from 1950 is an obscure brand and probably worth little, but of course they would never part with it. Yeah, Tuna, that's a friend of mine. Well, we always have coffee together on Thursdays, and he brought a watch one day, and he wanted to know what it was. I think it was a Waltham, and it was a pocket watch, and it's not worth a whole lot, but it was Waltham. I would love to get a Waltham watch just because whenever we go to Boston to see the grandkids or somebody, um, we always stay at this hotel on Waltham. Junior, never saw my date just. Next month I'll have owned it for 49 years. Wow, Junior. I met a guy, um, and he had he had a Rolex on. I asked him about it and I forgot what it was. He's one of these guys that, oh yeah, I was in Vietnam and went to the PX and then picked one up for $5 or something. It's been keeping great time ever since. Those are the kind of Rolex stories I think that I find interesting. To no small extent, I think that Rolexes were responsible for the California dial, where you have, I think, Arabic numbers on the top and Roman numerals on the bottom on the dial. I think they are, but anyway, they got the name California dial because after World War II, a lot of guys had Rolexes that were sort of not in the best of shape. So they'd go to this one place in Southern California, and the guy would redial them with some were a replacement, and others were people just thought they were cool, and so they ended up with a California dial. I'll give Rolex credit for that. Well, I'll give the watchmaker credit for it. Lee, one watch you never part with is my great grandfather. Waltham pocket watch. Yeah, just what I was talking about. Yeah, those are cool. I got to get a Waltham. 49 years. That's cool. Hey, Nate Doug. My great uncle, gold 1950 LeCoultre triple calendar. Wow. Been in the family since new. Still have the original box. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, back in 1950. Was it 1950? Yeah, they were just LeCoultre because some kind of deal that they had with, they couldn't have Jaeger-LeCoultre in the U.S. Something weird like that. I forgot what the thing was, but that's a nice watch. Hey, Josh, a thing about Longa is that I think it's better finished than Patek Philippe for the same price, although I'm really tempted to buy a 606G. I don't know. I am no longer tempted by Patek Philippe because they put silicone hairsprings in them. Before 2009, that's okay. Yeah, Tuna, that's true. Tuna, a thing about Waltham, it was back in the 1960s when they were computers were pretty heavy back then. In other words, this is during the work up to the moon shot, to man landing on the moon back in the 60s. MIT engineers used to go out to Waltham uh, MIT is in Cambridge, and it, just drive up the freeway up to the Mass Pike up to Waltham. It's not far. They're sort of in the same general area, and a lot of the mechanisms, techniques that were used at Waltham, they employed in the non-computer aspects that they needed for timing on the moonshot. So that's another thing about Waltham. Right now, if you go to the old Waltham factory, it's an apartment house. They changed it into, they call it Watt City, by the way. Waltham, they still call Watt City. Dominic, maybe I'm extreme. I have every watch I ever own. Yep, Dominic, I'm afraid you're extreme. Someone's got to tell you you're extreme. No, if you have every watch that you ever bought, you're probably a lot smarter than I am, because I have most of my watches that I bought, because I'm too, I can't part with them, even though I probably should, because I never wear them. I got to do that. I'm gonna have to sell a couple of watches because it's just getting too crowded. Yes, LeCoultre was how they sold in the U.S. The box says LeCoultre by Vacheron Constantin. That's amazing. Wow, that's very cool to have. How you doing, Thomas? I have two. My 1975 Rolex Thunderbird. Wow, I didn't know they had a Thunderbird. I knew Vacheron Constantin has a Thunderbird. I didn't realize that Rolex had one too. How cool. Which started me on my journey, and my vintage 1950 Breitling chronomet, which my father-in-law is very good. Let's see. Do you have any pocket watches that you don't want to part with? One I broke. I got a pocket watch. What I did, I bought a pocket watch. I think I got it here. Let me see where my pocket watch is. Oh, yeah. I bought a pocket watch, and this was a pocket watch. I had this case, and I thought, well, I wanted this is a key wound watch. I wanted a key wound watch. I don't know why, but I wanted one without the key works in it, I guess. And everything, the watch was working fine. And the time I finished monkeying with it, I broke it. But otherwise, this was once a pocket watch. I don't know how to unbreak it. I know how to break them though. But this watch, I wish I hadn't have broken it. So that happened. The thing is that the big problem is not with this. It was holding it in the case, and I accidentally busted it. So, yeah, that's my pocket watch. Okay, let's see. There's no such thing as too many watches. Unfortunately, Josh, you're right. For us, we're doomed by an endless supply of watches that we'd rather have, with other watches that we'd never leave. Yeah, Tuna, I'm the same way. The Thunderbird is the original two-tone chronograph. Boy, I tell you, I am not as I just don't know all of the history of Rolex. Boy, I tell you, talk to Rolex guys; they know that stuff backwards and forwards. And no, it's sort of a brand. It's a great brand, but it's one that everybody but me seems to pay a lot of attention to, and it's not because of that. It's just I ended up because there are other things I'm paying attention to. Okay, hey Nate, Doug. Besides the LeCoultre, my keepers in, include 1974 birth year date, Jess, my La Achu graduation, date just, and my submariner. Nate, you a Rolex boy. It sounds, yeah, people who like Rolexes, they love Rolexes. Why not? Hey, Lee. Glad you said it. My mom's twin has a gold Waltham that her husband's family women all wear on their wedding. Oh, how neat. What a neat tradition when they get married. They have a picture from the 1890s. Wow. Wow, how cool. That is a neat one. Hey, Abby. It's a tough question. Okay. Tuna, let's see. My English uh, peak pocket watch is around 200 years old. Wow, man. You guys, I think all of my dad's watches ended up with my brother. And there was one, I remember this old Bulova that he used to wear all the time. Probably my Explorer, Abby, your Explorer 1. Okay, let me see. There's some other watches. I suppose that I wouldn't give up until they had somebody else making decisions for me. uh, I like my dual hairspring. That one I really like. Both of my FP Jorns I like a lot. Um, my Langenheim, that one I really like. Vacheron Constantin, 1921. I have some Urban Jurgensen. I love that watch. My Larique, wouldn't give up my Larique number one. This that with time I'm finished, I've gone through my whole collection. There's not a single one I'd sell. That's the problem. I've got to unload a couple. My granddad's is a Bulova. He had it overhauled and works perfectly. Yeah, a lot of guys take these old American watches and watch movements, like Roland Murphy of RGM. He does that with a lot of these old Hamiltons. He gets the movements and puts them in his watches. So you're right, Todd. I would never sell a 1950s Omega Seamaster or on a beads of rice bracelet. I inherited it from my great uncle, who was also called Oh, that's cool. Stays in the name frame. Weirdly, no Timex to be parted from. John, I used to have Timexes. I used to, when I was a kid, um, I wore a Timex all the time. The thing about a Timex, my Timexes, they'd keep perfect time, and one day they'd break, and that was the end of it. So I'd get a new Timex. Um, I had an Acura, one of the first Acuras that came out, and it was accurate for about a month, and for it, something happened to it. I'm not sure what. There's a key wound 1860s coin silver pocket watch, which I have with a gold dial that's engraved. Wow. Wow. Good Lord. I have too many watches. We all do. Hey, Yoon, Parmigiani Tonda Hemisphere, white gold skeleton dial. Wow. Yeah, I have the my Parmigianis. I love my Parmigianis, both of them. The I have that Calpa with a blue dial, and then I have the hemispheres. That is my travel watch. LB, how many watches uh, could you go down? 3, 6, 7? I don't know. Probably one I really enjoy my seven, sort of a sub collection, my 736, I think that's it. It's a, it's a shape movement by, Jean-Pierre Jacquet, the Jacquet. So I think it's 736. Anyway, I started collecting those, and I think I got a total of five now. And I just like to collect them. And I realize I even have a little case for them. I never do much with them, and that's a sort of a shame. Just picked up a Daniel Roth Metropolitan 24 Cities. That's an unusual watch and a very good one. I have one, and it's just eccentric. It's an eccentric, wonderful watch. Um, that's all. I tell you, I got that and another one before the prices jumped up on them. So Nate, they're really cool ones. Yeah, you're right. It is a keeper. Both of my Daniel Ross, my there's a Roger Dubuis I want to another Roger Dubuis I want to get. So that's something. CS is the problem. There's always other ones, and then I got my new Lariques that are. Roland Murphy is amazing. He did a repair on a gold Longines full 100 turn of the Century that I dropped in it on the edge badly and bent balance staff, fixed like new. Yeah, yeah. No, he's very much of an American watchmaker. I mean, he's there's something so regular guy about Roland Murphy. I like the guy. By the way, those of you who are going to the Watch Time show it's October 20th, where they have the cocktail party. Roland will be there. It's a great time to meet all of these watchmakers, Caribou and Lana, and all of these guys. It'll be fun. I hope all of you can make it. Lee, as I learned from the rancher, that's a dad's joke. Hey, Todd. I'm interested in watches inspired by science. I have a Milgauss and Speedmaster. Do you know any lesser known examples? Apparently, that's all I know are lesser known examples. There's, you just have to spend and time, playing around to find out about all of them. I mean, so many different ones out there that are really interesting. Watch Monkey, another watch I wouldn't sell as my birth year, which 1964 Tissot Sea Star Jumbo. Cool, yeah, I like something about Tissot's I've come to like. My birth watch is a sundial. I'm afraid. Okay, let's see. Hey, Neezer, what's up? The first is my two-tone blue Submariner from 2008. The other is Junhan's Mox Bill chronoscope. That was my last recent Tissot Petite Seconde, which is, great. I'm glad you like it. I heard from somebody said, wow, I got one of those and it's not keeping good time. That was one person. Other people, they're having a ball. The thing about the Petite Seconde, you can just take the back off and take a wooden toothpick, and you can move the regulator needle to the left or the right to make it run faster or make it run slower. And so you can do your own regulation, get that thing up to chronometer specs. Anyway, I hope to make the Watch Time show with my wife. That's great. Dominic, if you don't have tickets for Friday night, try to get them right away because they're going pretty quick. I'm not a shill for it, but a few weeks ago they said they only had 50 tickets left, and So I'd really like to meet you and your wife. Bring your son too. I like I like what he did. I'm happy to have acquired a keyless pocket watch, the American Watch Company, before they became Waltham. Ah, very cool. Okay, guys, I got the word from the rancher. Frying pan time. Time for me to go. Let me these last few. Truman, you see, my wife wants me to sell all my watches, so I'll do the naturally, but of course. I just got a, JLC Master Grande Perpetual. Wow, that's a nice watch in rose gold. Holy smoke! Same price as a sub. Hmm, probably a keeper. It sounds great. Good grief, that's a heck of a watch, Nate. Hey, hater. Friday night ticket. Oh, they're all gone. Oh no, rats. Hey, Billy. Okay, the Omega Rainmaster is a classic. That is Railmaster. Yeah, it was a classic, a Rainmaster. That's what I got. It may be fake. Okay, guys, got to run this afternoon. I will probably. I'm hoping to get another topic from the rancher. He's the best topic master we have. Anyway, take care. Have a great day. And if you're around this afternoon, around 4 o'clock New York time, I'll see you then.